What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is COBstarcraft here, and hold on. I got the nameplates. Alright, now, who do we have here as our Protoss player? It is, of course, going to be Monchi, and over here, again, as our Protoss player, it is going to be jackhightech. Now, I'm going to call him J-Dog because apparently I like saying the first letter of their names and adding dog at the end of it. But, in any case, Monchi, a player who I am now a part of the same team, eWAVE, of course. Great team. Monchi's a phenomenal player, being known to be killing a lot of the EU tournaments. And quite frankly, I've been very impressed with his micro. And so let's take a look here at what's going on. This is actually going to be the pre-patch 1.4, which of course did nerf a bunch of things. Not sure exactly what they nerfed for Protoss. I know that there was a pretty heavy nerf for our Zerg fellows and brethren out there. Heavy nerf on the Infestor, which is a damn shame. But, you know what? Any and all Zerg is OP. But when you got two completely OP races like Protoss against each other, they're sure to make a very great game indeed. And currently they're opening up the exact same way, mimicking each other. Let me just try and get that word down pat, and he's trying to delay mining on this one mineral patch, and he is going to be able to delay mining nicely. However, no, he's not going to be able to do it anymore because Monchi's too good to let that happen. And there's going to be an assimilator going down. So one thing that PvP is known for is lots of Colossus. You can get out a lot of things. He needs to now micro back this one probe. You can get out a lot of different units. Definitely get out some. Ooh, save that one drone. Definitely managed to get out some Immortals, Colossus, and of course, as always, the scouting is going to be the main key. And there's going to go down the Cybernex core a little bit ahead. Monchi's now just a tiny bit ahead because one drone extra was popping out prior to the Cybernex core. So Monchi now has a bit of an advantage, but it's not going to be much of one. There's Monchi's probe kind of weaving his way through, and he's not really going to be able to do too much. And as a matter of fact, Monchi's poor probe did get killed, and it almost took out that other probe, but it's not going to really be doing anything. Meanwhile, this probe's going to be doing a lot of scouting. And, oh my god, loading, there we go. I was wondering what just happened there, but in any case, all things are fixed. So, like I was saying, one thing is with PvP, a lot of it's going to be scouted almost right off the bat because all of the Protoss' first units are going to be nice and slow. For example, the Zealot. And now there's going to, of course, be a stalker come out. Now, two stalkers. Incidentally, they're queued, which is not something you see very often. I wouldn't be surprised to indeed see Monchi push out. And, of course, I also wouldn't be surprised to see him go 3-gate robo expand, which is something that Monchi seems to do literally every day. Like, every day. But I'm not going to be judging. And there, of course, is not really going to be much of a push. There's going to be the awkward-looking Zelnaga Tower. There's going to be that one stalker kind of rolling his ass in, seeing what's up. And we are going to see yet another gate on the way. And Warp Gate Tech's going to be finishing up really soon because, of course, Monchi is chrono boosting that effectively. And there's going to be the robotics facility. What did I tell you? Oh, 3-gate robo expand, so common now for all Protoss. And he's going to be moving in, facing far superior stalker numbers, but it's not going to do anything because, of course, boom. Oh, now Monchi's actually got the exact same forces, but there is going to be one force field going down to pick off this one Zealot, which is actually going to be a pretty big economic loss, and Monchi needs to micro back these units and then continue to mass up. I wouldn't be surprised to see that second base go down really soon after potentially puts a pylon down here, which is generally the kind of thing that you have to do, or he throws down some kind of forge. And of course you do want to throw down the forge real soon because you want those upgrades to be bumping before your other opponent. And yeah, so let's talk a little bit about the trends we've been seeing. We've been seeing a lot more higher numbers thanks to OGS MC, who of course is one of the best players in the world, winning 2 Code S's, and yeah, known to be basically the best Protoss. Like I was saying, we're seeing much higher sentry numbers used by Protoss. I always say this, getting out 4 sentries is the key to force fielding this ramp here, because you throw down one force field, and by the time you need another guy will have recharged his force field, and it's just a never-ending stream. Now, if we pop over here, we are actually seeing exact same thing. They are both currently supply blocked. Now they're not. Monchi's going to be a little bit behind, which is a shame, but Monchi's not going to be too far behind. They are both currently supply blocked at the exact same thing. The first Immortal is going to be popping out. Not sure if there's going to be a second. Most likely it's going to jump to Colossus after the second one. I'm not sure what he's going to do, but if we take a quick look at the map view, Monchi is going to be able to see pretty well everything. Now he's going to be moving in and seeing all of those units. As for J-Dog, he's going to not really know much. And up over here, we're seeing a bit of a scuffle between Monchi's probe or Monchi's stalker rather, and of course J-Dog's probe, which wants to take control of this Xel'Naga tower. Monchi has them both, which is absolutely crucial. Incidentally, he's not building anything currently with this. I find that a little bit peculiar. He's opting to go robotics facility, and by facility, of course, I do mean bay. This probe's now moving in to most likely put down the expansion. There's going to be the expansion. I would like to see currently Monchi get the money, please. There we go. Figure it out. I would like to see a pylon go down there. It's going to be the pylon so you can warp units into the front line just in case there is any kind of scuffle. Currently, we're seeing there's going to be the expansion there. Perfect timing. Who would have thunk it? So, yeah. I guess this is roughly the same time. I can just say, hope you guys have been enjoying my videos. I hope you guys feel free to send me some more of your own videos. And I hope you guys subscribe. So that was my quick little plug. And yeah, eWAVE for the win. So, let's get back to the game now. We do see basically the same kind of units coming out. We have, for Monchi's side, we have a little less sentries. And of course, as far as J-Dog's concerned, as he pushes in, he is going to have these Stalkers lead with these Zealots behind, and of course the Immortal's going to be behind too. Monchi's throwing up his Guardian Shield, but this is not going to be doing too much. Monchi needs to kind of micro forward and stop going back and forth, figure it out. Monchi, there we go. Monchi's going to be able to hold that off just perfectly. There was not really much of an engagement, but Monchi now has this Observer attached onto most likely this one sentry, but he's falling behind. Come on, Observer, pick up the pace. Get those hamsters running. Monchi's getting his very first Colossus out, and he's getting his second one out now too. And J-Dog's going to have the exact same thing going down over here. However, it's going to be a little bit binded. Thermal Lance is not going to be finished by the time he gets his out. And Thermal Lance won't be finished for the time Monchi gets out his second Colossus anyways. So, quite frankly, they're in roughly the same spot, and this guy looks really awesome. What is that on his face? I always thought any and all Protoss units just look really awesome. Got like little tentacles going on. I don't know. Really awesome stuff. So, yeah. And I guess if we're taking a look, this 3-gate Robo Expand has been something that's worked very well for most Protoss players. It's used a lot more now, and J-Dog's going to see this push coming, and he's going to split up his units effectively. And I'm not sure if Monchi's going to be pushing in just yet. There is going to be this one Colossus trying to micro his way all the way over to his army, and of course Monchi did send him this route on purpose because of the terrain. It is tough for him to go elsewhere. And this one probe's probably going to be thrown down the proxy pylon. There's going to be the proxy pylon. I'm not sure if it's being scouted. Of course not. And this Observer is going to come in, see what is up with the army. 3 Zealots are hanging out by this weird-looking thing that is turning and doing many different things. And Monchi's going to be able to scout with this one Zealot what's coming in his way. And yes, no, maybe so. Monchi needs to micro back his force and then prepare for another attack really soon. I'm not sure. Monchi's probably waiting for these buildings to finish and they can warp in some more units because he is currently force supplied back. However, if we take a look yet again, Monchi does have ups in no upgrades, but he does have Thermal Lance finished. And I doubt we have Thermal Lance here. No, Thermal Lance is not because it's on the way right there. Boom! What'd I tell you? And Monchi needs to be pushing out with this force. Nothing of grave interest is on its way. Monchi's now overclocked a little bit because one pylon got taken out right here. He needs to be thrown down a second proxy. I'm not sure where this drone is. Where's the drone? I guess there is no probe, rather. Not drone. I'm a Zerg player. You can't blame me. There's going to be the proxy just a little bit further back than I would suggest. I would have suggested throwing it down. Probably right here is ideal. but this is not my best map because this is more of an EU map. But these guys are going to be getting into an engagement. Monchi needs to be throwing up. The Guardian Shield's going to be going up. Huge engagement, needs to keep these guys in the back. Monchi does have one more Colossus than everyone else, and of course he's keeping these units back effectively. He's going to be able to take out all of this. There goes down the mortal, and Monchi hasn't lost a single Colossus yet. He's now pushing in, and Monchi has superior numbers of forces. He should be able to pick off this one Colossus. There's going to be the GG from J-Dog, and Monchi GG's himself, and then they start speaking German. I have no idea what that means. Gut. What does that mean? Ladies and gentlemen, please tell me what that means. And J-Dog has left the game. jackhightech playing extremely well. If he had time to get out this fourth Colossus, things may have gone a little bit differently, but Monchi finding that little bit of a timing window and microing his units effectively. Monchi, congratulations, you are officially the bomb. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you check me out on YouTube, COBstarcraft, and of course, subscribe, and please send me some of your own games, or send me some of the pros games at COBstarcraft@hotmail.com. Peace!